This is my 55-year-old mom, and when I landed in Denmark to come visit her for the holidays, she told me she'd gained 10 pounds and she wants me to help her to get back into the best shape of her life. She asked me to build her program in order for her to build muscle and lower her body fat percentage, which currently is at 22%. She asked me this because if you followed along my channel and watched my fitness journey over the last 6 months, I went from having 15.5% body fat down to 9%, while at the same time increasing my muscle mass and maintaining my body weight.
Now you're a single-digit girl.
And well, in this video, I'll bring you with me as I share the simplest hacks and tweaks within her coming workouts, her nutrition, and daily habits to set her up for success in reaching her goal. Which, step number one whenever we're embarking on a new fitness journey is setting a very specific and clear goal.
I'd like to use weight.
Lose weight?
Until 60 kilograms.
Okay.
And I would like to have more muscles instead of the fat.
And well, since my mom and I have the same glute genetics, or lack thereof, this is an area of growth that she's very interested in. And so in this video, I want to share with you what she's going to be doing from her diet to her training and daily hacks for her to reach her goal, in the hopes that you can find these tips useful as well as you embark on your fitness journey of building muscle and losing fat. And here's her starting fitness level and measurement. My mom currently weighs 64.6 kilograms. We tested her push-up game and she can currently do 13 badass push-ups, 23 crunches in 1 minute, and well, keep a wall sit for 1.5 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. 1.5. We also took her measurements so that we can see what changes are going to be made. And well, that leaves us to step number 2, which is going to help us keep the commitment throughout the process when our brain is naturally going to want us to quit. Whenever we force it to get a little bit outside of our comfort zone through changing our habits, which is to get clear on our why and also create a reward for when the hard work and effort has been completed.
The best thing my mom knows is when I come home to Denmark.
Yes. So that's
if you manage to stick to this,
you come home.
I come home in 2 months from today. And we're gonna test and see, have we gained the results that we wanted to?
And well, as we all know, having an accountability partner when embarking on a journey like this is so fun and motivating. And luckily enough, my mom's boyfriend was hooked to join us. He would like to also build some muscle, but maintain his weight during this process.
Michael's starting weight is 92.5 kilograms.
And Michael wants to keep his weight, but lower his body fat percentage and build some muscle. And he can do 27 push-ups, 33 crunches in 1 minute, and do a wall sit.
Michael usually doesn't do morning workouts, right? So this is...
It's a tough time.
Yeah. But the legs is your goal too, right? Nice. 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Good job. Let's go.
And we'll be documenting their journey and see how much process they're going to be able to make over the next 60 days. And if you're wanting to also set yourself a fitness goal and join them, why don't you test yourself as well? And comment below what you get so that we can be your accountability partners.
I went to a fitness class with my mom the other day. And Mom, what did you tell me?
The other day when we were training, I looked myself in the mirror beside of you, and I found myself a little bit chubby compared to a few years ago.
I don't think so. I don't think you think so either. And first of all, you can never compare yourself. If you're 55 years old, you cannot compare yourself to a 28-year-old whose job is fitness, who lives and breathes for eating in a certain way as well as working out at least an hour every single day. Or 6 days a week. However, if you have a goal, I'm always the one who will support you in reaching that goal. When you see someone else have something, you can either choose to resent them and be like, why do I not have that? Or you can set yourself a goal and be like, I can do that myself. And that is what we're doing, right, Mom?
Starting off with nutrition.
We have made it to my top 3 places on earth, a Danish grocery store. Because the produce in a Danish grocery store is so fresh and so good. We're talking like Italy level good.
And I'm gonna be giving you some grocery store hacks for your fitness journey.
Can I have alcohol?
But first,
so we're just sitting and planning the structure of the next 2 months.
we started off by calculating how much protein as well as calories they would need on a daily basis in order for them to reach their goal. And you can find an online calculator to help you do this. Or
if you've checked any of my workout programs, you know that you're getting a full nutritional guide. So whether you want to learn how to calculate your macros and get them specifically for your body, for your goals, I guide you through that step by step, which is what we just did. And I also give you a more nutrition on the go approach, which I also think Michael and my mom are going to be going through, where every single day as they go about their day eating their normal food, they pop it in MyFitnessPal so that they can get a look at how much protein are they currently getting and how much do we need to add. And maybe my mom becomes aware that eating 5 of these could potentially be switched out with some things with less sugar and fat and more protein. They're both going to be eating protein powder because obviously that's an easy way to up your protein, but you don't necessarily need to. Code Prunella for 20% off, by the way, One Up Nutrition. The third approach that I give in my nutritional guide is the more intuitive approach. In the case that you've been struggling with binge eating or just any sort of eating disorder in the past, it's a very great way to learn to listen to your body as you're eating and the after effects of what this food that you're putting into your body does to you. But yes, we're planning it all right now.
And well, my mom and Michael, they decided that they wanted to use the first approach, calculate their macros, and then spend a few days figuring out what they currently are eating and what slight changes we can make to their current diet in order for them to reach their goals, to make this journey and process as simple and easy as possible.
We have calculated their macros. They downloaded MyFitnessPal. Now they're gonna get an idea of how much protein they currently are taking in and how we can switch out a few things in order for us to up it so that they build the muscles, show us them gains. Oh yeah!
The reason that I'm so excited about this is because the muscle is the organ of longevity. It's the largest organ in the body and it determines how you age and plays such a massive role in the overall quality of life.
So in Denmark, you eat rye bread every day for lunch. And Michael is making a protein shake after his training session. Yeah, because there's a lot of carbs in this, we're putting a lot of high protein on top of it. Because we don't want only to eat protein, we obviously want a very diverse diet with a ton of good nutrients. But after my training, I'm gonna be eating skya, which is like the Danish version of Greek yogurt, which Michael already eats every morning, which shows why he's got some good guns and why he's already killing it. That's my mom's food. Salmon and turkey. And then the thing on top is something that we eat in Denmark a lot. It's called fermented beets. It's so good, it's so delicious. My mom is using this Danish app called, what's it called? And then we put in all of her breakfast and lunch, and so far these are her macro intakes for the day. And we're just doing this for the first few days, and he's using MyFitnessPal. He needs 3,000 calories every day.
That's a lot.
And obviously when we're trying to go on a fitness journey, trying to become more healthy and maybe build some muscle, lose some fat, we're wanting a lot of our food to come from the fresh vegetables and fresh fruit aisles because it makes us feel happy, good inside of our bodies, and it makes us feel full because we can eat so much of it for the same amount of calories as if we were to eat more like this kind of food, if you know what I mean. But okay. I will say, like, the candy in Denmark, I miss it because it is so good. But whenever I'm in Denmark and I have like a candy sugar tooth, which is a very often reoccurring thing, instead of getting the regular candy, which I do sometimes get some of, if you watched my videos before, you know that I go for things like this, which is sugar-free, and one package of this is 50 calories. And it can take me like an hour to finish a full package of this. Also, it's licorice. We all know Denmark is known for their licorice, so it's a very good treat. My mom just put 2 in her bag. Are these for me or you?
It's for you.
Oh, thank you. I will definitely be enjoying these tonight.
So my mom is actually pretty healthy already, and she's very active. She has a massive house and running around and always doing things, so she burns calories through moving around, and she's pretty healthy. She has a lot of lentils. I'm sorry, I just dropped it all. A lot of whole grain nuts and seeds come with a ton of nutrients and good things for your body, soul, and mind. She doesn't get enough protein in for her specific goals. So these things are incredible and you want them every single day, but in moderation. So the health is there, but if we want to tweak our physique, we gotta tweak our typical habits to make it happen. I'm dropping more of these. Now it looks like my floor with all the mess. I come home and mess up my mom's house.
If you watched this video, I explained everything you need to know on how to get lean versus bulky, using and switching out only your diet, but having the same muscle building workout program. And also, if you want to get abs, check out this video because I break it down to the T. People are looking at me. I should calm down. And obviously, we're gonna want to get our protein. And what we're gonna want to look for if we're trying to lose fat and build muscle like my mom and Michael are, is to look for that lean meat so that it has high protein and a little bit of a lower fat, because we do want fat, but maybe we're gonna want to get that in through avocado or healthy nuts and seeds. Now in meats, there is creatine, and also our body naturally produces creatine. I've been on a creatine journey and I've recorded the entire process, so if that's something you're interested in, you should check out this video right here. Michael is gonna be eating creatine every single day on his fitness journey, and we're gonna see where it leads to. Now
something that's really healthy and that we want in our body, but we just want to be aware of how much we're getting of, is things like oil. Because in just 1 tablespoon, we're looking at, I think, 90 calories or so. So 1 tablespoon a day is great, but if we overdo it, those calories can very easily add up. And it also goes with things like dressing for our salads.
Now, instead of jumping on some restrictive meal plan, all you gotta do is make small tweaks to how you normally live your life. And since my mom loves eating rye bread for lunch,
Mom, we got to find you the protein rye bread, because rye bread is crazy healthy. It's packed with like high nutrient seeds, but we can still find the protein bread, get the seeds and get the protein for lunch. See, the protein. Protein in Danish is the same as in English, but brød is bread. So in this one, we're looking at twice as much protein every single rye bread. Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
She's so cute. And my mom on a daily basis likes to eat oatmeal. And what we're gonna do is add a scoop of protein powder. But on the weekends, she loves her buns.
is this your normal breakfast, Mom?
Yes.
What are you eating?
White bread with
Jam?
yes,
And cheese?
Yes.
And
then a
coffee?
cup of coffee.
We're gonna have to up the protein on this. Are you okay with that?
Yes, that's
We'll make it simple so you can still eat that, but just higher protein. I've often talked about how I do things very quickly. It's very obvious that my mom does it too. She doesn't even spread out her food. Would you not enjoy it more if you took just 5 seconds more?
And she can still have her buns because we're gonna find protein buns. Yogurt buns. This has some protein. This would work. Oh, there's chia buns as well. That's pretty good. Ooh, this has 10 grams of protein.
And these protein buns have 15 grams of protein.
So then we're just gonna switch out her regular buns with protein buns. And this is just like one tiny switch. And there's gonna be a switch for every single thing. If you look at every single one of my videos, I've made cakes, I've made burgers, I've made anything you can think of. Turned that regular meal that you enjoy into a protein version of that. And you don't have to make it so hard on yourself. There is a simple switch for every single thing that you love in your life, and it's as easy as that.
Can I have alcohol?
Yes, you can have alcohol. So how many glasses, if you were to be like okay with that? Like how many?
3 glasses per week.
3 glasses a week would make you happy?
Yes.
Because then all we have to do is just include that into your macros, right? So yeah, get some alcohol. So many people share how there's a right and wrong way to do things, but there's just simply is not. It's just about figuring out what works for you. And if my mom wants 3 glasses of wine every week, and that is gonna make her stick to her commitment, then she can have her 3 glasses of wine. And whatever it is that you're craving that you feel like you can't live without, find a way to include it into your plan so that you don't make it so hard on yourself.
And we'll get back to a lot more food content in this video, and also more on how to manage nutrition when you're out and about later in this video. And well, before we get into their actual workouts,
My mom said this morning when we were training that she did not like her fitness clothes. So we are on our way to Aarhus City because something that's really just way more important than I ever would have thought in my previous younger years was how important it is that when you show up to move your body, to work out, to be loving towards yourself through exercise is how you feel about yourself when you show up. And we all know that when we make ourselves look a little bit good, we feel a little bit good. So we're about to go make my mom feel a little bit good in her fitness outfit. Wow, mamma mia. I like it. I used to not even put makeup on when I work out, which I think most people don't. But then I started doing that this year, like making sure that before I show up, I feel good within myself. And it does do just something about my excitement about working out, which then compounds into my actual workout and how I feel within the workout, which also obviously affects them results. I think my mom is getting a little awkward because we're in the middle of a center in Denmark, and it's not very normal to vlog in Denmark, is it? But you know what? I have chosen not to care and then be different and make that the norm, because then you're gonna allow others to do the same. Wow, sexy mama. That's a good look. Hummel is a Danish like fitness brand that we love here. Wow, that's a good one. I like it. We got it. We got it.
It's only because I know I will lose weight.
You're naked, mom. You can't. You have to show it up here. Yeah. In Denmark, we like swim in the ocean naked, so we have no filter when it comes to nakedness.
It's only because I know that I will lose weight that I buy this one.
Mom, why is it that you want to go down and weigh 60 kilos?
During my life, my adult life, when I weighed 60 kilos, it's the time I felt the most healthy, the most easiest way to move, and better energy when I'm 60.
my mom said that it would be hard for her when eating out because of the food that's served, but I've never actually found that hard, because when you have a general idea of the macros in different foods, you can always make plates that are aligned with your goals. So this really has never been an issue for me when eating out, as I believe that when we have set an intention, everything is possible.
We're doing a little family gathering today. I decided to bring salad, so I just just made a mess in the entire kitchen so that I could bring some healthy stuff.
Now, as I mentioned, there doesn't need to be food that you can never eat. It's all about your overall macro intake. And well, we sure enjoyed some of Grandma's apple pie today. Yum. Also, my mom decided that she wanted to track her steps and exercise throughout this journey, and so we decided to go get her a little Apple Watch.
Did you just get an Apple Watch?
Yes, I did.
Why did you get an Apple Watch?
Because I want to follow my
Steps and exercise? Because she's like, how much do I burn when I do this? How much do I burn when I do this? Now she's ready. When I first got in shape, I did not have an Apple Watch, so it's definitely not necessary. I think it's just like an added plus if that's something you're willing to invest in, but again, not necessary.
And when it comes to their workout plan,
You told me that you started doing something different with your training. What did you start doing differently now that you're training?
Before I was working out, but never pushed myself. And now you told me that I need to push myself to make more muscles. So today I did, and it was amazing.
That's so good. Because if we want our muscles to grow, we have to push them further than we did the previous time. And the previous time was progressive overload. So you're about to gain some muscles.
in order for us to fully track that we're progressing within our workouts, I highly recommend getting a structured workout program so that you can keep track and use progressive overload, which is exactly what I've done throughout the last 6 months while increasing my muscle mass. And I share exactly what I did and break it all down in my workout programs. And even though I believe that my workout programs are some of the best out there, it's really important that you get whichever workout program that speaks to your soul and excitement.
How many times a week did you work out before? And how many times are you trying to work out now that you're on this new program?
Before I was training 3 times a week. 1 time running, 1 time yoga, and 1 time exercising.
1 time resistance training.
Yeah. And now I will do 5 times a week.
She's following my programs.
We've just made a few tweaks to match her fitness level as I guide everyone who gets the program on exactly how to do it.
If you guys want to try it, you can check it out, linked in the description. And for Michael, we're going to be making a very specific training program for him so that we focus on the chest as well as growing those legs. Finished our workout class and now we're walking on foot.
Camilla, I feel my arms, they're tired.
Yes, we love it. They're growing. The biceps. I come into the kitchen and my mom is even weighing her food. Wow. That's impressive. I did not think you were going to go this far. But she's only going to do this for the first few days just to get an idea. Like, what is in the food that I'm eating? She's eating some, what's this called?
Christmas ham?
Yeah,
Christmas ham?
Christmas ham. Some leftovers from our Christmas time. So now this is what my mom normally would eat for dinner, for example, as like a leftover Christmas meal. And so now, just for her to get an idea for the future, she's putting this into her app so that she can see like how much she generally eats for dinner. And the more she does that, she'll have just like a general idea of what the macros look like in the foods that she's eating, so that she doesn't have to continuously put everything into an app, because I don't personally do that. I just at one point like took a look at the macros in the different food, and from then on I just forever and ever know what is in the different foods, and I don't need to weigh my food, I don't need to count my calories. I just like take the things that I know are aligned with the goals that I have and the things that make me feel. So the meal has 712 calories and 25 grams of fat, 76 grams of carbs, and 47 grams of protein. Is this more meat than you normally would eat?
Yes, it's double.
Double. So normally you would maybe have gotten like 25 grams of protein for your dinner. I also made something out of the leftovers. Mine just looks a little bit different. It's packed with veggies. I cut up the meat, added a few little things, and I got myself a bowl. And I don't know what the macros is in this because again, I don't put my things into MyFitnessPal. I just know that this is gonna be good. It does have a high protein and filled with veggies and good stuff. So I'm happy. I'm so happy. Something that we easily can do. At this point, we know that to lose weight, we have to be in a caloric deficit. And something that I think is so useful is asking ourselves, what is an easy way for me to do that? Is that even though training right now, roller skate my way into the city, or maybe it's that go with that chocolate at night? Like, how can we make this easy? Just one simple little habit tweak that can help us get there. Also, long term, it's gonna make us feel so much better. I'm actually enjoying this, believe it or not. And when I have to carry things, I just bring a backpack with me. Also, I'm late right now, so I'm going very fast. My cousin is taking me to a CrossFit class, so we're about to crush it.
And well, today she was my workout partner, which always just makes the workout so much more fun. And you also just push yourself to the absolute limit. So maybe ask yourself, who could be your workout partner in 2024 as you embark on this incredible fitness journey? CrossFit was awesome. I love it.
So after a few days of my mom paying attention to what she's been eating, what has happened?
I've lost weight, more than 1 kilo the last few days.
And what often happens is that that's not all fat, but when we are used to eating a lot of carbohydrates and we suddenly lower our calorie intake as well as lower our carb goals. As well as lower our carb intake, what happens when we eat carbs is that every 1 gram of carbs attach themselves to 1 gram of water. So when you stop intaking so many carbs, you will naturally be scale and the weight is gonna go down, but that doesn't mean, are you okay?
Yes, I go to the toilet.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that you've lost 1 kilogram of fat. So just be aware that this journey is gonna take time, but be patient. You wanna be in it for the long game. You wanna be in it for the entirety of 2024. I fell in love with pushing myself past what I thought I was capable of, and it compound affected in all areas of my life. And that's what I want for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm excited to give you the update in a few months. And I'm hoping that if this is something that speaks to your soul, that you jump on this transformation journey with us. I'm excited, Mom. She left, and so will I. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.